What's going on YouTube? It's your boy John B. Coming back to you guys with a brand new haircut tutorial. So here today I'm going to be bringing you guys a comb over with a mid bald fade. So first I'm going to use my Babyliss trimmers and I'm going to make my first guideline adjacent to his eyebrows, and I'm going to bald out the bottom with it. So when making your first guideline, I like to use my trimmers that are zero gap, and in my opinion Babyliss have the best trimmers for it, balding out. So that's why I really recommend all you guys to get you a pair. I have two, actually I have three, but I only use two. One is for kids and the other one is for harsher haircuts. Like this one, I need it to be really sharp, so I'm using sharp tools. And pretty much you just bald it out right here like I am. Then I pin up his hair just because he doesn't like a long comb over on the other side of the hair, so I usually just shave it off for him. But next I'm going to use the Babyliss Pro Foil, and this right here is the best shaver in my opinion as well, but I know there's other ones that are good out there, but ever since I've had this one for 2 years now, it's been hitting for me. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And as you can see, I'm not going all the way to the top. I'm flicking out when I hit that bottom, when I hit towards the first guideline. Then I'm going with a number 3, and this is gonna be my pretty much my perimeter, the highest clip I go with. Like I said, he likes it shaved on the side of this comb over, so I went with a number 3. Next I'm gonna go with a number 2 guard, and I'm gonna go all the way up. I'm gonna flick out towards the end, and this is gonna be my second base. This is my base guideline right here. This is how my face is gonna look. So I'm gonna go with my clipper all the way open, and I'm gonna make my next guideline. So I'm probably going a thumb's width around there, maybe in between a ½ inch and 1 inch, and make your guidelines really clean and the same shape as your first guideline, just so it'll have a consistent blend. Next I'm going to start off by closing the clipper and opening it 1 notch, and if your clipper doesn't have notches, just open it up a little bit and tap at that bottom line, and that'll break the barrier of that transition from bald to halfway open. And then I'm gonna slowly open the clipper the higher you go, but do not pass that guideline that you made, because you're just gonna bring the fade higher than it needs to be. So pretty much you're just gonna touch it up, go through each notch, go through each level, and after that step back, use the mirror and see if there's any dark spots that you have to clean up with the corner of the blade. I usually just play the lever. If it's on the higher part, I open it up a little more and use the corner, and practice your angles. You're eventually gonna get it as long as you keep cutting and practice repetition, and as long as you try to get better and see what you may have done wrong before and implement it into the new haircut that you're doing. Next, I'm going to go with my number 2 guard, clean it up one more time, and I'm going to blend it into the number 3 guard up top. And for this, you're not going to see that much of a difference, so just make sure you flick out and don't dig in. I'm using my 1.5 guard, and I'm using it all the way open, and which blends into the 2, and I'm gonna close it after and go right below that. So we're gonna be blending up, then blend back down. And this is a technique I'm really used to, and I'm pretty happy with the way this haircut came out, and I'm really glad I used this technique because it's a fun technique where you have to use your imagination and you can practice not going past certain guidelines. As you can see, I'm not going as high as I was with the number 2 guard. So after this, I'm gonna blend down. So what's the next step after 1.5 guard? That's the number 1 guard. You'll see me snap that on. I'm just doing some corner work, blending out the little dark spots that I see. And if you don't see it, you're gonna have to just train your eye, use your mirror, and you'll see the dark spots eventually. You gotta learn what a good haircut looks like. That's how you're gonna get better, because you know what a final finished product looks like. So next, I'm going with my number 1 guard. Same steps. I'm gonna start with the clipper open and then slowly close it gradually. Sometimes I go by notches, sometimes I don't. I just kind of read the head as you go, and that's what you guys are gonna learn in your barber career slowly too. See how that line is slowly disappearing, and the clip that's gonna get rid of this guideline for sure is what's after the 1 clip, the half guard. And that half guard with the corner and that lever work, it'll get that blend looking good. As you can see here, I'm using my half guard, and usually I like to start with it halfway open. I don't know, just something I picked up on, and I like the way it comes out. But this guard right here is probably gonna be the most important guard for the steps that I do, because it's the last like guard. So it should get rid of that line and all the darkness spots. But obviously at the end of the haircut, you're gonna have some other dark spots that you can touch up, and you'll use multiple guards, whatever guards it takes to get that blend out. But here is the technique I'm doing, and usually that half guard gets the line out. As you can see, that blend is coming out pretty consistent, and my boy right here, he comes about every week, sometimes every 2 weeks. It just depends. He said he's gonna start coming in every week, and that's what you want your clients to do. You know what I mean? Like, they want to look fresh at all times, and you gotta be your best to be available for them. And this is like the best part of barbering here, man. Getting to know your clients, being good friends with them, and just doing what you love. To his lineup, I usually start from the middle, and obviously you can't see a front view because I'm trying to show you guys like the side view. But usually in my other videos I do something that I call a pre-lineup, which is where I line up before I start fading. But here I'm just doing a regular, like how steps people would actually do, just fade first and the lineup after. And this is what's gonna make your lineup pop. Just being consistent and patient with it. Like, tap away at it, drag that clipper, but do not push them back unless they want to. But for him, you don't really need to push him back because he already has like a decent hairline, especially like I said, I've been cutting him for a while, so I already know how far like I can take it, and I don't take it too far. So the haircut is looking pretty clean, if I must say. And I'm actually cutting his hair again this week, so it'll just be as fresh. If you guys haven't yet, hit that like button already if you haven't, and subscribe to my channel because I'm going to be coming back with more and more videos. I'm going to record 2 videos tomorrow. I'll go back to work tomorrow. But yeah, for this part right here, the C-cup, I like to use the corner, like I'm here, and rub around there like with the clipper. But make sure it's not too sharp because that's when you're going to start scarring. I practice having a light hand, so that helps me in many, many ways. Moving on to the straight razor, I did dry shave him, I believe, and I'm using Astro Blades here with just a basic razor handle. This is like $15 probably. I'm sorry if it's blurred out, but it's hard. But yeah, so remember to pull the skin and glide the blade vertical. Don't ever go horizontal, you're gonna cut them. As you can see here, that lineup is crispy. the hair, and I put some like pre blow drying stuff just to help the whole hair hold. And I'm using my Dyson blow dryer right here, and if you guys haven't yet, you guys should grab you one. It's not really like necessary, but I feel like it's the best blow dryer out there, so that's why I got it. You can actually like pay it off monthly on the website, but you pretty much want to position the hair in the way it wants to be so the product actually holds it. And as you can see here, I'm using Elegance Gel Wax. It's what I always use on him. He likes the smell. I love the smell. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm just gonna comb through it, put some hairspray, and pretty much style it the way that I usually style it. So if you haven't yet, here comes the finished product. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm back on the grind. I want to reach, I don't know, 20K hopefully soon. And thank you guys so much for checking it out. It's your boy, John B, and I'm out.